I did talk to a therapist one time, and he made this point about being like, you know, no matter what kind of woman you're chasing physically, right, have the biggest tits in the room. He's like, you walk into any room and you have just the most gigantic tits. Nobody can think about anything else other than whatever your gigantic tits, which is your Drake. I
was gonna say, is this aimed at Drake or is this a tactic he uses on all his patients? Because it was so. We finna get right into it. I just might react to this whole thing. Let's go. Moody conversation featuring Lil Yachty and Drake.
Jason Momoa just walked up.
Drake, and he talking about Jason Momoa.
Bro, if Jason Momoa just walked up on the beach, like, right now on some just Aquaman shit, like, popped out.
Long video, though. I mean, 35 minutes. God dang.
Water, I would not be like, I would be shocked. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would be a little,
this
like, I would be a little,
screen.
I might be like, what? But I wouldn't be, like, I wouldn't run in the crib. I'd be like,
really
that's Aquaman, obviously.
I got the Life of Pop playing in the background. They out in that water. Somebody in the comments said this was a duo we never knew we needed.
How you guys doing? We're here. It's Yachty here with Future Mood. This is something special and new that we're doing here at Turks. The one and only Turks and Caicos.
Shades
just here flex my muscle a bit, doing things that most people can't. Drake Drizzy Rogers. How are you? Do people call you that anymore?
Not really.
Drake Drizzy Rogers?
No, not anymore.
I don't know if I want to do it. By the way,
you know the story behind that, by the way?
No, what is the story behind that?
My email was drizzydrake@rogers.com. Rogers.
You actually told me that.
Yeah, Rogers is the service provider in Canada. And then he thought that, he didn't realize.
Who was he?
Wayne.
Oh.
Wayne thought that, like, he didn't realize at that time that, like, the @ in the email was like,
you should already know.
Okay.
Like a little like interference
not in the name.
Yeah, so he just thought my name was Drizzy Drake Rogers,
and he just kept that.
I mean, he rapped it once. I didn't have the heart to correct him.
That's pretty sick.
God bless his heart.
Yeah.
He said he had a heart to correct him. When Lil Wayne say something,
one thing that we really have in common is our love for our mothers.
Yes.
You know. What is that like, you know, being like the star? Obviously, this is a question for your mother. I've actually asked her this, but what do you think it's like for her with you being whom you are? I think, obviously, at this point, it's
just who.
Not now. Right? Let's go back to,
not
like,
whom.
2015, 2013.
I never realized you had a come down leg tat, by the way. I just had to say that.
Yeah, I did.
Shout out to the sleep.
Yeah. Those are my guys.
I never really took that in.
Yeah. Those are my guys. Shouts out to Fiji. 100%. That's my brother. That's for life.
That's my brother.
Get into it, you know.
It's a little Yachty, man.
Yeah.
It's just like,
it's so
talking about my mom and like then I just started thinking about the city and I was like,
damn, look at that shit straight here, bro.
No, that's what's up.
I dead ass have it.
That is straight diamond. I don't think it's a piece of.
Those are only that in the owl. Only cats I have.
The back is diamond. The frame of it is diamond.
What do you think that's like?
I don't understand what's it like to have a mother?
He just got a diamond hanging from his ear, bro.
No, what do you think it's like for her to be the mother of you?
Oh.
What?
I don't know. This is excluding, like, so I didn't really want to answer that.
Y'all be thinking he asking how it feel to be a mother.
I guess I don't know. I mean, I'm a father.
Drake, we know.
And I've been through so much with my mom.
You tried to hide it, but we know.
Like, just times where, like, it was like, I didn't, you know, I feel like there's real times where we didn't know, like, what the outcome would be. There's, like, real times of, like, uncertainty that I've been through with my mom.
I did not expect to react to this.
And I guess now, like as a parent, I assume that she's, I mean, she expresses her like pride and gratitude every single day. But I don't know. That's a tough one for me to answer. I mean, I assume it's probably just thankful.
Do you fear for her?
Like, in what way?
Like, I fear for my mom all the time, but just being like who I am and just like her going out in the world and just being herself, like going to the grocery store and no?
No, I mean, I think my mom has like this really insulated circle that she rolls with, which I fuck with too.
Yeah.
Like, but aside from that, like, I try not to. That's like thinking like, are we gonna die every time we get on the plane or like I can't think like that because I'll go to like dark places. I can't think of anybody ever doing anything to my mom.
Yeah,
I try not to anyway.
That's fair.
And then
That's
Drake
fair.
said if they do, he gonna send about 100 niggas out.
I want to talk about shit that we kind of talk about and just shit that, I mean, obviously you haven't done one of these in a shit long time. So I just want to take it all over the place. A guy like you that essentially I feel like, and I don't want to, I'm not going to say has everything because no one has everything, but has accomplished so much in life and has reached so many levels, seen so many things, experienced so many things.
Overabundant.
What else is there to want?
That's
like, what does someone want who has material? That's not even as far as materialistic. That could be as far as anything. But what is it there that to even search for or want as a human, as a man who has touched so many things?
He's feeling the closest thing to immortality.
I think like on a broader scale, I think I'm at the point now where I just want to like. I feel like maybe we talked about this the other day, but I feel like I'm kind of introducing the concept in my mind of a graceful exit. Like, and almost just kind of feel like a lot of people that I've watched as the years have gone on, it's a really addictive, competitive space. And oftentimes you're like addicted to the competition itself. And so, you know, you'll like, sometimes it'll baffle you, like, why are these people still making attempts at, like, trying to be present in the space? And then you'll realize, like, they probably, their needs and desires and their soul was probably fed for so long off of being a guy or the guy that they can't let it go. And so I guess like what's left.
I heard Drake one time talking and I was shocked. Why am I not shocked no more?
Just to find a way to gracefully like I'm not ready now, but gracefully like continue making projects that are extremely like interesting and hopefully cherished by people now. And then to find the right time to say like I can't wait to see what the next generation does. I'll still be around to like, you know, work with people or do a show here or there, but I'm not going to like force myself to compete. I would love to just see what the next generation does whenever that time is. So I guess like that's like the one thing that I like want for myself really badly. And then, like, I don't know. Like, I also really need, like, a house in Turks.
Yeah. There's a song, it's on Views where you said something about retiring at 35. When you got close to 35,
no, did you ever... I hate hearing that shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I heard it the other night while we were at the door.
People always say that. When you were younger, did you think 35? Said something about retiring at 35. When you got close to 35,
no, did you ever... I hate hearing that shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I heard it the other night while we were at the door.
Yeah, people always say that. When you were younger, did you think 35 was
really old?
Yeah. Yeah. You thought like 35, I'm like good.
Yeah, I just like maybe that's like maybe I think that...
Were you like 26 then?
I was young, yeah. I think like that and sometimes when I've like said girls' names in songs, maybe those are the two things that I look back on and I'm like, maybe I could have done without like shitting on people for age, like or saying like, you know, or like disrupting somebody's life. I never, like, the lyrics are never with ill intent, but like I had somebody one time be like, you know, it's not necessarily what you're saying about me, it's the fact that you said it.
Like, what does that mean?
Like, just in the sense of, like, you don't know what it does to me. Like, you don't know who my boyfriend is at the time, or you don't know who, like, what my family knows and doesn't know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and if you express, like, any form of discontent for me in a song and call me by name, then all of a sudden, like, I'm left to kind of, like, pick up the pieces in my own life that I've, like, tried to build up for myself. So I've, like, tried my best to stop doing that, but I like to be honest in music, too, so that one's a push and pull. But when I was younger and I would like,
you used to do a lot. I used to think you were making girls' names up.
No, I don't think I've ever made a girl's name up.
That's crazy.
Ever in life.
I felt that these.
I think that's the one thing that I would like maybe say is like just makes me kind of be like just to think it's so wavy to be young. It's not that sick. Because I'm here now. Like I just left 35, right? And it's like
you're getting up there.
Well, all right. But
just saying.
Yeah, well, all right.
I guess. Yeah, you're right. How old are you?
25. So
yeah, I can't wait. You're gonna get old as fuck.
By the time I get old as fuck, when I'm old as fuck, you're gonna be in a cane.
No. By the way,
you'll be using a cane.
First of all, I'll be 10 years older than you.
Yeah, you'll be
still dripped
as
out.
much basketball you play, you'll definitely using a cane by 40.
No. By the way, I'll be in incredible shape.
I think you'll be using a cane.
Nah, I don't think so. But again, I know that you have like confidence at 25 because you're 25. Like it's so.
I've had confidence since 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's like cool to you that you're 25. I get it. I was there. By the way, I was there. I was like 25 too. I was damn, I'm 25. These old ass niggas.
Now you're saying 30s the new sexy, right?
No, I'm not saying that. This isn't like.
It sounds like you're one of those people.
I'm not like remember when Hove like did the button up and tried to make everybody dress formal to like regular events.
Yeah, Kanye used to.
They're really trying to make it like formal. Like if you're not in formal dress code.
Kanye did that too, though. Kanye did that. He was just wearing like wedding suits everywhere. It was like if you didn't wear a suit and black Ray-Bans, you just weren't. You weren't cool.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. You just gotta find your way in there. You know. I feel great though.
Yeah,
I feel great.
That's good. That's good.
Age is a funny thing though.
Age is a funny thing. Concept of it.
I know.
You know, I would never stop staring. I look at my father now and I start seeing gray hairs and it's insane.
Yeah, it's just like you just don't know if you're gonna make it there, and then when you make it there, you're like, damn, okay, I'm here now. I don't really feel that much different than I did.
Yeah.
I hope I just
at this point, I thought I would.
Let me ask you this.
It's been a good life though.
I think it's been a great life. Fantastic life.
Been a good life.
I'm looking at a sunset.
Yeah, no, it's nice.
Yeah, you guys
talking
can see
to Drake.
It's there.
Cut to B-roll.
This is an interesting question because I was talking to my good friend Kyle yesterday.
Chapter 3. What was the first
I talk to a lot of people all the time, and I think the one thing that I've always, the biggest conversation that I have, obviously when you're like with people who just don't know you or people who just assume is that like, just the conception people have of you in their mind. And it's so insane. And I can remember being younger and maybe having certain conceptions, but they were never like the ones that I hear now. You know, like just like what people really assume. And then I had to step back. I guess when you know someone, it's hard to even see something from someone's point of view who doesn't, you know? But like when you just start and think about it, like, I mean, I don't think you've done it even in an interview in so long. Past that, I think all people really have to live off is music and Instagram post, you know, and shit like posting a video with the ring, with the necklace, you know, like just things
don't do no interviews,
like people depict shit and then they just create this synopsis of like you as a man. And when we first started hanging out and got really close, it used to like really irritate me and piss me off. Like I've been in lots of arguments.
You would get really upset. Oh yeah. And you would text me and be really upset.
Well, you know, I'm just very defensive. Yeah. Over our friendship.
I know.
That's honest. But to you, what do you think is? Yeah. What do you think is one of the most like just craziest things that you've heard about yourself that's just so not true? I know a couple, but like, what do you think?
I don't know if I could really pick one thing like, oh, this room. Well, I mean,
you can.
There's kind of two ways to approach it. It's like if you choose to live a life that is truly built and designed by you, for you, and the people that you care about, you will essentially not be able or not be willing to dedicate hours in a day to controlling every narrative. I can't fix every rumor. I can't address every single thing. I've seen people wash their whole life out by trying to like overly communicate in every scenario, trying to like fix things and clarify and this, that, you know, like I'm here living a real life with people that I really love. And I think it's interesting, like whenever I meet somebody,
I feel that. That's deep.
Particularly like women, I always kind of get this, like, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's a backhanded compliment, but it is kind of like a passive, like, wow, I just didn't expect, like, I thought you would be so different, or like, wow, you're actually really nice. That's a crazy one too. You're actually, like, saying you're actually anything means you basically thought I was a piece of shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, like, yeah, I get a lot of you're actually this and you're actually that.
Which is crazy.
Which is, well, I guess it's not, because it's like at the same time you bring up, like, Alex posting the chain the other day, and then, like, people being like, you're sick. That you thought of proposing 42 times. Like, guys,
yeah.
do we not understand?
You actually have to clarify.
Yeah, like, it's like, do we not get that this is kind of like it's a conceptual art piece? I don't know, like,
that's genuine.
It's funny, but
Without my chin hair.
I don't know. I don't know, the biggest misconception. What do you think it is?
Honestly, I just think it's that people think you aren't an actual rapper. Yeah. I think that for me is like one of the things I think that probably irritates me most. Yeah. You know? I never understood that. Like, from what perspective? Like the ghostwriting perspective? No,
or
just from the standpoint of just like, I don't know, bro. I think when someone is when you're crowned,
it's like a discrediting.
Yeah, you know, just like when you're crowned title the best.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that weighs heavy on a lot of people, and for some reason, a lot of people just don't want to agree with something. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe, and it could be, and it's usually personal reasons as to why. The sun's going down, guys. We just want to say, if you guys see a different color in the video, I just want to let you know the sunset's going down. This guy here wanted to stay at the bar for hours. That's why the video will now be for the rest of the portion darker until the sun is down and we can no longer do it.
How long?
All right, cool. Anyways, I just have to make sure that's in there. We don't have money for budget to actually edit lighting, so when it goes dark, it's just dark.
It's a gradual,
but it's
like a progression video.
Yeah.
It's about to get really dark. Really dark. But yeah, I think it's just like
I'm telling you, the natural stuff is the best stuff.
You know, I think it's
the
the talent
stuff.
part. You know, I think that, and I think it's just like people think like the whole, like, even like the upbringing from Degrassi. People try and use that as like, oh, he's not like that, or he's you know, just all kind of assumptions that really irritate me from people who don't know.
I've heard it for so long. It's just, I realize that it's not, like, I stopped chasing unanimous love a long time ago. I don't think unanimous love is attainable when you're in any form of competitive space, even if it is, like, based on opinion, right? Like,
yeah,
you know, I'll bring up sports a lot in music, but again, it's a lot different, right? Because sports, there's a winner and a loser, so you can really base your point on the fact that this guy's the best because of numbers, this many rings or this many points or whatever. But
which is still opinionated.
Yeah, it is opinionated, 100%. But it's a little more like, it's got a little more foundation to it. Our shit is really just like what you like and what you don't like. And I just realized a long time ago, not long enough, I wish it was earlier, but a while ago, that I'm not gonna make everybody love me, and people are going to also kind of, you know, I'm like a character. I'm not like a real. I don't feel often when I meet people, I have to like humanize myself. Talking to a therapist at one point, and he said something, and he was like, you know,
you're saying you're not real?
It was a really valid point. I'm not really a big therapy guy. I don't feel like I necessarily want the same life as a therapist is trying to pitch me on, which is like some life of like morals and simplicity and
validity.
Not to say I don't have morals and simplicity, but like I don't need my life to be rooted in like find somewhere to disappear in the world and like disconnect from everybody. That's not really like where I'm headed.
Right.
But I did talk to a therapist one time, and he made this point about being like, you know, no matter what kind of woman you're chasing physically, right? Like you like ass, you like titties, you like he's like, you have the biggest tits in the room. He's like, you walk into any room and you have just the most gigantic tits. Nobody can think about anything else other than whatever your gigantic tits, which is your Drake. I
was gonna say, is this aimed at Drake, or is this a tactic he uses on all his patients? Because it was so.
Remember this about this guy. Remember that about this guy. I bet this guy does this. This guy does that. Like all the preconceived notions, they're just like they can't see past the gigantic tits unless they talk to you And then they're like, oh, wow, like, you're actually, like, I mean, your tits are huge, but you're super smart.
Right.
You know, or like, you're really nice and kind.
Yeah, I could see that.
So it's interesting to that's why I relate to girls with huge tits.
Yeah. You made me look down. You kept saying I had huge tits.
I wasn't really saying you. I don't know why I was looking too. That was crazy. I envisioned you as just fucking
crazy.
monster.
Just knockers.
Judd.
Just mommy
That's
milkers.
crazy.
Just here.
I know.
Yeah. All right, you can stop.
Saying you got away with it.
Yeah, it's getting dark. I'm telling you guys, it's getting dark. It's like it's Tim drink. All right. Well, that's a very valid point. Man, women are something else.
Fickle.
You know, I don't like to talk about them for long, to be honest, because they always leave me with a strong depression. Let's keep going. What do you think about how? It's just true. I don't know. I got in my feelings.
I thought there was a question following.
No,
next to
that was
Drake,
just
that's
facts.
bound to happen.
That was just real life. What do you think? This is my question, because this is something that,
Drake,
and it gets kind of weird. I'm gonna have to explain it, but you might get it. Why do you think?
I just been looking at draft day, staring off into the sunset, knowing his time is coming.
Where is he?
He's on the phone now, but before he was just like staring out at like the ocean waves, just knowing that his day.
Like I'm about to be.
His day's on the way. I fuck with that. I love that.
That's probably exactly what it was.
He had a moment. Then he hopped on FaceTime.
Yeah. People are such manipulated and
Toronto man.
And like they just all follow these traits, right? Like these custom traits, and I'll explain it to you because it sounds so like weird. But what I mean by this is like why do people think like? I was having a conversation once, and someone's like, "Well, how much did your daughter weigh?" You know, to me, someone said it to me when she came out. You know, or ever someone's like, when's your mom's birthday? I tell you, I don't know my mom's birthday. I know when it is, right? And I've never missed it. Ever. Right. And my mother has, I think, arguably had the best birthday since I became who I am. Right. But I don't know it off the top of my head. But why do you think it's a thing where it's like people like feel like, oh, you're supposed to know your parents' birthday. You're supposed to know how much your kid weighed when they came out. I feel like that's so stupid, right? I mean, I think those are two really different things.
Those are two different. I was trying to say, I don't have to know nothing about how much the baby weigh when he come out. That's okay, and not everybody gonna have a baby, but you can remember your mama's birthday, dog. What?
Sure, knowing your mom's birthday and these are two personal experiences. Knowing what your kid weighed when they popped out is such a useless fact. I'm sorry, right, exactly. I do not know my son. That's what I'm saying. But it doesn't mean you don't love your son. You're right. And you know what he likes. Yeah, well now I didn't then. He was just like a exactly pod or something. I don't know. I just hold him and be like, it's crazy. I wasn't like, yep, 6.5 pounds. Like, I don't care. But that is a real thing, though. That's a real thing in the world. People feel like you're supposed to know these things. Yeah. And I never understood the conception
you hang around
of that logic. Like you
people
in Milwaukee. No, like people everywhere. I guarantee you, after this, it'll be a thing where people are like, you're supposed to know that. You're supposed to know this. I get what you're saying. I don't get it,
so many people on earth, somebody bound this.
Why do you think it is the way that, like, certain things happen that are just, like, people think automatically, Christmas, we buy gifts. I think that's just a trait from a long time. Hardwiring. Right. It's just all hardwiring. It's just all, it's the lifelong argument of nature versus nurture, right? Like, and that is the nurture thing. It's like, how were you, well, I guess both nature and nurture. Yeah, just like, what things were you raised on, right? Mm-hmm. Like our accents and shit. Like it's like we probably all sound foreign to you, being from Toronto, because of just a place that we're from, and just the fact that like I don't know who started talking like that. Yeah. I'd love to meet that guy. I literally want to meet the first Toronto man of all time. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he got the accent from, or any of that. But like I just like I know that like he's influenced all of us. And now I'm like a full father talking like internet memes because. That's my upbringing. Right. Yeah. Yeah, traditions and values.
Drake,
why do they matter? Is that what you're asking, or? Yeah, I just don't get. I just wonder why people like. Why is such a thing? He's doing it again. I think you just missed it. He was doing it again. He's locked. Yeah, bro. He's feeling his dream. Do you believe in aliens?
Let's talk about it. Look at that.
I think first of all, as human beings, find a way to wake up and think like the world kind of like revolves around our story. There's no way this can end, or it can't end now because things are going too good or whatever. We definitely think we have more control over life than we do, 100%. And I've just seen it go the other way so many times that I know for a fact, like, I know just because shit's going good for me and I'm Drake, I know it doesn't mean I'm supposed to be here and grow old and be 80 or 90 years. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, like, I know I don't have control over that aspect of the story, but even deeper than that, it's like, man, I believe, like,
I think he got a tiny
bro, if
bit.
Jason Momoa just walked up on the beach, like, right now on some just Aquaman shit, like, popped out of the water, I would not be, like, I would be shocked. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would be a little, like, I might be like, what? But I wouldn't be, like, I wouldn't run in the crib. I'd be like, that's Aquaman, obviously. Of course there's a fucking entire world under there that we don't know about.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Thank
like,
you
I
for
wouldn't
saying
dip
that.
on him.
So you're basically saying, like, you're not...
Like, I'm open to the idea.
Right.
If Jason Momoa pops up on us right now,
as Aquaman,
I would be like, this interview just got way crazier. Pull up a chair. We need to know
Dog is wild.
what you just
like
did.
what's popping down. Like what's
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like if aliens come and get me, like I'm gonna be like, yo, let's build. Let's build. Like I'm gonna introduce him to Joe Jordan right away.
He's gonna take Drake,
you have to
probe his ass, be like,
If he
teach
doesn't
us
know
that
that
song.
Shit
could get crazy.
It could get shaky. That's quick. Yeah, he has
But
to
yeah,
know
no,
their
there definitely has to be shit that like we don't understand or right? Like I don't know. This is just one planet, right?
Yeah.
What do we just think? All the other ones are empty?
Yeah.
We're the only ones that get blessed with like
that don't even make sense.
being chilling in Turks and Caicos, dropping sunglasses.
It just don't add
Nobody
up.
else on any other planet has a sunglasses line.
I hope not one like this.
Nah, exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. Not with
Who
the
knows?
interchangeable
It
lenses.
might be.
Exactly. That's exactly right. He supports.
I support my brother. Honestly, one of my best friends. I love you so much. Honestly, real
I
talk.
love you, and I want y'all to stop. I ain't even. You know what? I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into
What do
it.
you say?
I'm not gonna get into that time I hit you about that time about the shit on the internet.
That's every day.
Yeah. But the one time about the time I was upset.
You're always upset.
Okay. The time I hit you about the time I was upset about. Don't worry about it. Too many times.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see.
that's
One last
crazy,
thing
though,
I
to
would
be
like to see, because I want to
connected
wrap
like
it up.
that.
Sun's going down. We got
That
things
nigga
to do.
Lil Yachty rich forever off
If
that.
you
I'm
know off
sorry,
the top
it's
of
not
your head,
about the
because
rich,
you've done
but
so many things.
he always got a home.
He's doing it.
And a nice one, I mean. Off the golden plate,
Doing
the
it.
dominant
We gotta
custard
take a
plate.
picture.
You good? Oh, all right. We're just making sure. No, you had one.
No, you were just you was looking into the ocean.
No, you had a one-on-one.
Yeah, No,
Yeah, bro, it's fine. It's all right.
Concrete
Just
boys.
making sure.
You were looking into the distance.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Like, no, it's all good.
We still rolling, bro. All right. Hey, ladies and
Dogs
gentlemen,
came
before
straight out of 2004 with that fit.
What is the craziest thing you've ever done for someone?
I don't know.
No, you know. You know. What's just one that it might get you in trouble, but I just want to know one thing. And that's from a long time ago. All right, it's from a long time ago, obviously. But what's one of the
You want to tell the Oklahoma story?
Please.
I know that's what you want.
I want to see
That
what you're
nigga Drake
gonna
got
say.
a villain laugh for real, bro.
I once did like 3 hours of prosthetics. Like, so I could attend somebody's court date that I cared about. Because they were in trouble for something.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Prosthetics, what?
And I walked in as like a 80-year-old man, and everyone was like, is that Drake as an 80-year-old? It definitely was like, I'm not, like, yo, I had one of the like best Hollywood makeup artists in the world. They were still like, that's definitely Drake.
That's crazy. That is
Wow.
crazy. What's a harmless
He said it's
confession?
the eyes.
You're asking me what is a harmless confession or
What's a harmless, like, what's a confession? And this could be anything.
I was gonna say a confession is that doesn't bring you harm. That's what a harmless confession is. But you weren't asking for a dictionary.
No. I wasn't Webster. I was asking you to be Webster.
I don't know if I have a harmless confession.
Well, I mean, just like something that like you really irritates you that you don't like. Like I hate when you go in a hotel and then they have the napkins and it's all nicely folded. Cause
that's like a pet peeve though.
well, I mean, I didn't want to say like.
Why do you hate that?
I didn't want to say it. Oh, cause I hate messing it up. Cause it's like really nicely, like a nice flower. Like someone took their time, and I never wanna. Same when you go to a restaurant and it's folded all nice. I never feel like I can.
I think if we're fucking with each other and you
What is this motherfucker talking
wake
about?
up earlier than me but have to like control the room. For example, like if somebody wakes up earlier than me and like busts the blinds open,
Oof.
or or like if somebody's just on their phone but like taking calls and shit like in bed while you're if it's like if the bedroom turns into your office just because you woke up earlier than me,
that's terrible.
That's horrible to me.
It's awful.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's horrible to me.
Yeah.
Like I don't like obviously like I'm all with like, here's a driver, start your day. I'll see you later, or like I'll wake up, we'll reconvene in a bit. But like to like take command of the room,
That's insane.
Yeah, I know.
And it's insane that there are women that do that.
People in general.
I mean, I would hope it's only women that.
But like you were like, I just didn't want to make you. I didn't want to take you down the women path.
No, don't put me in it.
That's how they be getting down. I know it.
I know, but you were like, you sounded like you were like being hateful towards women. So I was like, yeah, but it's people in general,
but
right,
you were
bro?
making
Like, obviously, what the fuck? Like, I just didn't want to bury you. All right. Sorry, you're right.
Well, I guess
it's like, let's run that back.
No. Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't know. We're off that.
I mean, like, obviously, I was just trying to like.
I get it. It sounded like you were trying to say like.
I get what you think. I get where my fault was, but I'm just letting you know I was trying to help you initially. So I threw myself under the bus for you.
Oh. Well, that's
because
nice.
you were like, yeah, man, women, bro, and I was like, okay, like obviously. Like women gotta wear these glasses.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know that men do that in the bedroom.
I don't know either. I was just trying to help you. I need women to put the shades on, bro.
Okay,
what the hell? It's like,
right, we want women to wear the glasses. They are definitely unisex. Why do you think, and I'm only asking this because you do it the most and the most strongest, why do you think when rappers bring rappers out on stage, they act as if they've never seen them before? That's
so funny.
The way you hug people is so insane.
Like, we'll just have seen each other back.
Y'all literally watching me work on my goddamn filming endurance.
It's backstage and it's like,
I don't know, but maybe it's like, maybe it's like adrenaline, you know?
Okay.
Don't you think?
I don't know. We all do it.
I guess because like it's kind of like the crowd seeing them, and you're like, oh shit, like you're trying to play the role. Like I haven't seen you too. I don't know. That's a good ass question.
Man.
But what would be the other side of it? Would it be like you coming out on stage and me acting like I've just been chilling with you for 30 minutes and like don't acknowledge you? And we're just like, that'd be so weird, no? That's so funny. That's such a good point. Like it's way too enthusiastic. Like
if it wasn't, it'd be weird.
But I legit did perform for Baby the other day. Didn't see him backstage at all, and didn't see him after the show. Only saw him on stage.
I went on stage and didn't even see him on stage.
He cut?
What the heck?
He walked on stage. I didn't even see him on the stage.
That's wild.
I got you.
That's wild.
I didn't see him at all. That was a Moody conversation.
Is that what these are called?
I think I just off the top.
A Moody conversation. I like that.
Future Mood and Moody.
Oh, I like that. Moody conversation.
I guess it's the one where everybody was saying Drake said he gonna retire.
Yachty and Drake.
Thank you
so much, bro.
Part 1.
Yeah, part 1. We'll see you guys next time in Croatia.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
My dog.
My dog. My dog. Ooh, damn.
Hey, Drake and Lil Yachty just slid through 35 minutes. Okay, like, share, subscribe, comment if you're new. If you're not new, do it. You know, you see that bell or you're going, you know where. Stay tuned for more. I love y'all folks. Skydiving at 1 million, Twitch streaming at 500K. Story time's even sooner than that. One of us seem to be running this junk up like never before. Stay tuned for more. Love y'all folks on game.